Live from the Pepper J Production Studios in Hollywood, California, it's time for ActorsE Chat Show. Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Now, with nearly 1,400 entertainment celebrity guests and over 6 million viewers worldwide, every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. A co-production of Pepper J Productions and Live Video Inc., a Kurt Kelly company. It's the ActorsE Chat Show.
Hello everyone, welcome to ActorsE Chat Show. I'm your host, Kristina Nikols, and we are coming to you live from Hollywood, California. Today, we're pleased to have a guest who originally started acting all the way in Uganda, but now he's residing in Los Angeles, and we're going to hear his story about how he made his journey to LA and his acting, how the acting journey is continuing. Everyone, please welcome Semi Anthony. You, sir, you've come from so far away.
That's right.
Of all the guests I've talked to on this show, you've definitely, I think, made the biggest leap of all.
Yes, I have.
Give us some background about your time in Uganda and how you ended up coming here.
Well, when I started out, I was 15 years old when I started out back in Kampala. But everything came to a stop due to lack of funds and resources. I had to wait almost 10 years to come out here and pursue acting as a career. Mm-hmm. I went through a whole lot from, coming from Uganda to United States. I don't know if everybody want to listen to that part of the story, but what happened is in '06.
Here, this picture is from
Kampala.
Yes, that is the capital city of Uganda, Kampala, right there.
Now,
yes.
Were you born and raised in Kampala?
Yes, that's where I was born. I'm actually about 3 miles away from the main city.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So in 2006, an opportunity came, and I jumped on it right away. I came to New York, which was actually a wrong city for what I needed to do in America. I spent there a couple of weeks. I got help from 2 beautiful women that helped me out. I had $50 in my pocket when I landed at JFK. So in due course.
But what brought you to New York?
No, what it is that when I started out, I wanted to come and pursue acting, but I didn't know if it was Los Angeles or if it was New York or if it was Boston.
Okay.
So I landed in New York, and from there, I spent about 2 or 3 weeks. My $50 was gone. So I found ways to call my friend who lives in Europe, and he sent me $300, I remember, and I used that to go to Boston. Again, did not know anything about Hollywood, nothing about Los Angeles. So I went to Boston, where I spent like a year and a half, and then I did, a lot of construction work, a lot of odd jobs just to survive.
Mm-hmm.
I bought my first car, which was around $450. That's what I used to buy the car. It was really old, like crappy car. It used to die on me almost every single day.
Every day it would die on you?
That car was so old, it was dying every day. So
how long did that last?
Yeah, it lasted for I would say about 3 months. But in due course, I was working construction with friends that I met in Boston. They were helping me out. They used to pay me about $8 an hour.
Uh-huh.
So I saved up that money. Like a year into it, I upgraded to a Chrysler Sibling. Mm-hmm. I remember correctly, I did buy it in New Hampshire, and I spent $1,200. So after that, I flew to Los Angeles. I was doing my research in Boston. I wanted to find out where do I have to go to do this as an actor. Mm-hmm. Boston was a wrong city again. So I learned about Los Angeles through a friend of mine who lives in Boston. And I came to LA the first time for 2 weeks. I had a little bit of change. I didn't have to stay on the streets and everything. I got me a motel in Van Nuys. I spent
you were staying on the streets?
No, I didn't have to stay on the streets because I had a little bit of change.
You had some change.
Saved
No,
up
well,
in
let's
Boston.
backtrack just a tiny bit. When you first came to America, like,
Right.
what was the instigating event that triggered you to decide, I'm moving to the States?
I've always wanted to do acting, but from where I'm from, we don't have any of that. There is no good coaches, no schools, no opportunities for acting. And, I used to watch TV, used to watch movies all the time, and it's what I wanted to do, but I was in the wrong country for what I wanted to do. So I was like, time's going to come for me to move out of here and go to the States and pursue my acting career.
Now, did you know anyone in America?
I didn't know anyone in America.
You came here all by yourself.
By myself, I had no friends, no family. I had only $50 in my pocket right here.
Wow.
And I had a small backpack. I knew it was going to be hard, so I didn't want to pack like 3
So how
bags
long
and
were you
stuff.
saving money to make the trip out here?
I really didn't even save at all. What happened is I sold off everything I had. From my car, I had like 2 cars back home. I had 2 cars and all my clothes. Everything I had, pretty much everything I owned.
You just sold it.
Just sold it.
You bought your plane ticket.
Bought my plane ticket, and I didn't have money left to bring me to the States, just as, pocket change.
Yeah.
2 weeks prior to me coming to the States, I met, again, a girl. I was talking to her. I told her my story. I told her I was going to the States. I was going to pursue acting, but I didn't have anything to, take with me. Didn't have any money with me. And she was like, you know what, Sammy, I'll help you out. I have 100,000 shillings. At the time, it was, I think, about $50. That's what it equated to. And that's the money I had in my pocket when I landed at JFK in New York.
Wow.
Yes.
What did your family say?
My family didn't know that I was in the States for like 6 months.
What?
They didn't know anything.
You up and left, you didn't tell anybody?
Yes, I just got up. I'm like, I'm going to the States. I'm not coming back. Whatever it is, I'm not coming back. I have to go, struggle as a man. Once I get it to the top, I'll come back and help anyone else.
Now, were you concerned that your family might try to convince you to stay if you told them? Or would they would give you negative feedback perhaps?
I would say yes, because where I'm from, we have a lot of negativity. People don't want to see you do a lot of good stuff in life. They try to bring you down. So me keeping everything secret was beneficial
protect
to me.
yourself.
Exactly, because if I did tell them, then they would have been like, oh, you can't do it. You can't do this. This is America. You don't know nobody. There's no
Right.
family for you. You got to stay here. I wanted to avoid that.
It's wonderful that you decided to pursue your dream and you just said, I'm going to go do this. It takes a lot of courage.
That's right. And some people thought I was somewhere in Africa. Again.
They're going to find, they know now. Looks like we have a question from one of our chatters.
We have a chatter question. Thank you, all of our chatters, for joining us. So the question is, once you got to Los Angeles, what did you do? What was your first, I'm going to be an actor. What were your first steps?
When I came to Los Angeles, the first thing I did, I enrolled myself in acting school. I started training at TVI Actors Studio with Jim Holmes. And then that's how I got into doing background work, kind of like hands-on training for me as an actor, because I didn't know anyone here. The only thing I thought I would do is do background work, get to know the business and all the inside scoop about how everything is done out here in Hollywood.
Beautiful.
So TVI really helped you out as an intro.
It did, but compared to the kind of training I have today, if I did my coach that I have today, if I did have her, I would be like so much better than who I am today.
Who are you coaching? Who's your coach right now?
I'm coaching with the amazing Amy Landon.
Great. We're going to hear more about Amy Landon in
she's
just a minute.
She's the best.
You're watching ActorsE Chat Show. I'm your host, Kristina Nikols, and we'll be back in just a minute after a word from one of our sponsors.
Hey everyone, I am Judith Jones. If you are looking for photographs, which a lot of you are, let's face it, we need photographs every day, actors, models, even if you're just, the milkman, you need photographs, okay? You need to look good. And if you want to look good, you've only got one man to go to, and that's John Michael Ferrari. You see, I needed to look good. So I went to John, and he basically took me to the most beautiful place in LA and took these wonderful photographs of me, and I really didn't even recognize myself because I just looked, well, let's just face it, I looked stunning. So if you want to look stunning like myself in those photographs, go to him. He will make you look beautiful. If you're pretty, he'll make you look prettier. If you're not pretty, he'll make you look pretty. John Michael Ferrari. That's all you need to know. So go to imagesbyferrari.com. That's the website, imagesbyferrari.com. And you can check out all his photography and you can contact him there. You can look at a picture of me. He directed me, because if you need direction, which, hello, I do, he directs you too. So go and check that out, imagesbyferrari.com. You'll love it. You'll look great. Check it out. Bye, everyone.
Welcome back to ActorsE Chat Show. Be sure to take a look at our sister station, Actors Reporter. There you can see a lot of our other shows, as well as receive discounts for many features that help actors. There's Performer Track Online, which will help with your business career. There's Argentum Photo Lab discounts, John Michael Ferrari, our very own photographer, and Emotional Healing for Actors with Jamie Kelman, which also airs. So be sure to take a look at that to get other assistance in your acting career. Welcome back, guys. I'm Kristina Nikols with Semi Anthony today, all the way from Uganda. Came all the way to Los Angeles to pursue his dreams in acting. And we're going to hear now about when his family actually found out about it, as well as his stint on Modern Family. So tell us, okay, so how long have you been here now?
I've been in America, it's been 8 years now.
8 years now.
Yeah, I came in 2006.
And for 6 months, your family had no idea where you were.
They didn't know where I was.
And then when did you finally tell them?
They did find out that I'm in America. I think that was in 2010. That's when they found out where I was.
There was years.
Yeah, a lot of years, yes.
They thought you were in Africa? Where do you think you were?
Some thought I was in Rwanda, some thought I was in South Africa, some thought I was in Zimbabwe, but I was in the States. No one knew where I was.
Oh my gosh.
Till 2010.
That's amazing. Did it bother you, or was it like more liberating?
No, for me it was a good thing because it gave me a lot of time to focus on myself.
On yourself.
Yes. To focus on the things I love to do as a person. You know, I have a lot of passion for this acting thing, so anybody telling me you can't do it, I don't want to be friends with them.
Yeah, you don't need to hear that. The business is hard enough as
Yes.
it is, and it's so important to be surrounded by positive, supported individuals. And it sounds like you found that in your coach with Amy.
I did. I call her the amazing Amy Landon.
How did you originally meet Amy? Here's a photo of her.
Oh yeah, that's.
Now, does she teach group classes as well?
Yes, she does. She does.
So our viewers can look her up and find out where she teaches.
What happened is I did attend a workshop in Studio City, and this guy, I don't even remember his name, but he showed up in the room, and all of a sudden he was talking about this Amy London lady with someone else. And I'm kind of like listening in. I'm like, okay, so what's the story? Like, I'm asking myself, what's the story? I want to listen to whatever they're talking about. So he's like, this lady, Amy Landon, she is the best. The only thing she teaches you is how to book the job. And I was like, this is the lady I want to go to. You know, so immediately after I went outside, after the event, I went to my phone and looked her up, and I'm like, okay, Amy London. And then everything about her came. I called in the same day. You know, they wanted to qualify me. They wanted to see if I have any training, because they don't just take you in. You have to have some type of training. You gotta know how to act before you go on. You know.
So she has a 15 guideline map to
Yes,
booking. That's her.
yes. She is really, 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 really good. And because of Amy London, I think she is the only reason why I booked Modern Family.
Tell us about that. How'd you get that booking?
This is what happened. My agent, Michael Zanuck, he submitted me on the show. I got called in. I went and auditioned just like any other actor. And I got a call back, you know. I went back in and booked it. But what happened is that there's like more to that story. When I walked in, the scene that we auditioned for was set in a swimming pool, you know. And when I walked in the room, there was a lot of brothers, you know, some from out here, some from Africa. But the time I knew that I got the job is how everyone was dressed up in that room. This scene is set in the swimming pool, and you have people dressed up like me today.
Oh, okay.
Like, how you gonna, like right there, how you gonna jump in that swimming pool in a jacket like this? You know, and you have people wearing like the African garbs. You know what that is? Yeah, that's my wife on the set. She's my wife on the set of Modern Family.
So was that your family on the set that day?
Yeah, they gave me 2 kids and the wife and 2 dogs. You know.
That's awesome. So what was your role? Were you like a neighbor or?
Yeah, I was playing Phil's neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah, in that particular scene, he was teaching us how to play the game Marco Polo. You know, that's Phil. I never played the game before. You know, but yes.
How was it working with him?
Oh yeah, it was. Shout out to Phil, man. I don't know if you're watching right now, but the thing is, on that show, working with Phil and Julie, it was one of those surreal moments for me. You know, it was inspiring. Both of them, Phil and Julie, they created a congenial atmosphere for me on the set, which made me even want to go out and do. Yeah, that's Julie right there. Is she beautiful?
Yes.
Yeah, that's her.
So they made you feel very welcome.
Oh yeah, it was very different from all the sets I've been on before this.
Really?
Yeah, they treat you as one of their own. She actually came to my room and she said, "Semi, there is no special room for anyone here." And she took me down to her room where I started kind of talking, same way I'm talking to you, you know, talking about where I'm from, what I've been doing. Her and Julie were in the same room, and Sarah Hayland. It was fun talking to both of them. They were good people.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, they did make me feel at home, like, Sammy, this is your home. You gotta be happy.
Well, it's been such a journey for you.
Yeah,
You've taken so many chances. You came to America with $50 in your pocket, and now you just had a role on Modern Family. I mean...
Yes, I think I should be a living example to everyone out there. You don't let nobody tell you can't do it. If you got love for whatever you have love for, it could be soccer, it could be basketball. You know, I love acting. I'm very passionate about it, so nobody can tell me I can't do it. So if I did it, then I think anyone out there can do it.
It's about the dedication and perseverance.
Gotta stay
and
focused.
Finding that support team. So you found
Right.
Amy, who helped you
Yes.
prep for the audition. What was the
She's,
critical elements that made the difference
She's
for you?
a friend of mine and my mentor and my personal acting coach. She's amazing.
Now, you were saying that when you went to the audition, what set you apart from the other actors, they didn't come in just to suggest the role.
I'll tell you what happened. So when I get called in, okay, I walk in like this. I was wearing a tank top. I was wearing some slippers, and I was wearing some shorts. So this whole scene was set up in a swimming pool. And then I walked in the room, there's a lot of people, it's filled with, actors. They all look like me. And I was like, okay, I'm looking around, I'm like, all right, I think I got this job because obviously nobody did the job. Nobody did the work. You know, it's set up in a swimming pool. Why would you come in dressed up in a suit and tie and a garb? You know, I'm like, you don't do that. So I'm looking around, I'm like, no, I'm already like on the top of the game. I did my work. You know what I mean? So they all go in, go out. You literally have like between 2 and 10 minutes to audition. Then you go out. So I get called in. When I walked in, there was, in the office, there was Jeff Greenberg, the casting director, and his associate, Alan Hooper. Jeff didn't want to read with me the first time. So he let his associate read with me. And they go, okay, Semi, you're going to stand right there, and you're going to start your lines. I said, okay, let's do it. So my lines were Phil, Mako, and Phil. It was like simple, right? Yeah, that's Jeff Greenberg. Hi, Jeff. Nice smile, right? Yeah, so I had Phil, Mako, and Phil. So they got me started out, and I say I'm reading with Alan Hooper, the casting associate, and he goes, okay, Semi, on 3 we're gonna go, and then he goes, I mean, I don't know his lines were, okay, when I say Phil, you say, and I keep cutting him out, you know what I mean? So the minute I started to open up my mouth, both of them started laughing because I was hitting it like 100% every single minute. You know, not only that I knew my lines, I knew where to come in, and I was like perfect for the role. You know, I'm in my shorts and a tank top, you know what I mean? And I'm doing the work. So he started laughing. I got it the first time, and he goes to me, just for the sake of it, let's do it again. I say, okay, let's do it. I did it right, like 100% on dot. Like, okay, Sammy, you got it right. And I say, okay, so what do we do? He goes, thank you. I say, all right, thank you. I walked out of the room. I was driving to Van Nuys. The same day I received an email from my agent. I don't know how long they took him to do that, but they were asking me to go in for a callback, and then they wanted me to read for the writers and the producers of the show. So I said, okay, no problem. So the next day I was like, okay, no, I did my work. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to go in and do the same thing I did. So the next day around 10, I walk in the office. There is, again, a lot of people in the room. We all got callbacks, but they still trying to get who is the greatest. You know, we all good in the room, but they're looking for that great person because this is not like a small show. It's a huge show. It's an award-winning show. So I'm like, okay, if they're gonna bring back all of us, we all have to be good. But what they're looking for is the brilliance, you know, in, you know, the details, you know, the stuff you do.
There needs to be something that sets you apart
the stuff
from
you do
everybody
that,
else.
you know, separates you from all of these actors in the room. So I go back the next day. I walk in the room. Again, they go in, they come out, they go in, they come out. And then, again, Alan Hooper comes for me. I go in. Jeff sitting in the office, and we have the writer of the show, Ellen Cole. So they go, Sammy, we're going to do the same thing we did, but this time you're reading with me. You know, I was reading with Jeff, the man himself. So we started reading. I hit it again, the same way I did the previous day. It was so good. I felt so good. And they were laughing. The minute I got them laughing again with the writer of the show, I was like, okay, now this job is mine. Okay? So as I was auditioning, Ellen Cole, the writer of the show, was making notes on my headshot. And then immediately after my audition, they told me to do it again, which I did. And then again, they say, thank you. I walked out and, you know, forgot about it. I'm like, okay, it's whatever, you know. So oh yeah, that's Elaine Cole. Yeah, she was in the room with me, and, you know, she was the one making notes on my headshot. So as I was driving back to the valley, as usual, you know, I go in, I do my job and get out. I don't think about it. Everything stays in the audition room. So as I was driving, I received a call from a guy who works in my agent's office. He calls me, is like, "Semi Anthony, we just had a call from Fox Studios. They want to put a hold on you for a couple hours." I say, "What does that mean? Does that mean I have the job or what?" He goes, "No, we don't know yet, but you know, they just said we put a hold on you for a couple hours." I say, "Okay, no problem." So I'm like, okay, I'm driving again. I'm receiving another call from the studio, Fox Studio. They're like, I think it was Jeff Greenberg calling me, like, "Semi, I think we have made a decision right now and we want you to be on the show." I was like, "Are you serious?" It's like, "Yeah, I am. I actually did call your agent, but he didn't pick up. So that's why I'm calling you." Yeah, thank God your number was on, you know, on your resume and everything. That's how I got your number. So I'm calling you direct to tell you that you have the job. So I was like, "Oh my God, thank you, thank you." I was doing my victory dance. You know, you people didn't see me in my car, but I was dancing. So he tells me, "We originally gave you one scene, the one you auditioned for on the show, but because of what you did back there in the room and how you did it, the writer has decided to write you another scene." You know, for that show. So I was like, so I'm being upgraded now.
That's so nice.
You know, even before I did anything else, they told me the writer has written something else, another scene for you. So you were supposed to start next week on Thursday. How do you like starting tomorrow?
Oh.
I was like, everything like started moving so fast. My life went from 40 to 120 in one single minute. From that point, I started receiving calls from, I would say, everyone at Fox Studios. You know, they calling me about my sizes, my all information for contracts and stuff. My agent is calling me for this and that. I literally didn't have time to prep for anything else. And then they told me I have to show up on set the next morning.
So you went from, excuse me,
You know?
from a 3-line audition
Yes.
to getting a whole scene
Yes.
that starts the next day.
Correct.
That's awesome. Okay, you're watching ActorsE Chat Show. I'm your host, Kristina Nikols, and we'll be back in just a minute after a word from one of our sponsors.
The great thing about NNow Media is a one-stop shop. We are soup to nuts. We have writers, directors, producers, animators, motion graphics artists, editors, videographers, musicians, all under one roof. And we are a boutique creative house where we actually do the creative at much more affordable price and have the staff in-house to execute it professionally. My name is John Palacio.
My name is Luz Montez.
My name is Paul Robinson.
I am Jesse Cervantes. I'm Curtis Peel.
My name is Ben Joran.
One of the most common questions we have from potential clients is, how does it work? What happens when you engage NNow Media to create a video, a marketing campaign?
It first starts with, obviously having the phone conversation with the client.
Brainstorm with them to come up with a really good concept and a really good idea to push whatever they're trying to do to the next level.
Only with that in mind can we really try to tailor a concept and a script for their exact audience that fits in with their branding and the message they want to tell.
We'll storyboard it out, get a real rough idea of what we want to do.
We'll then present the client with a couple of options, different ways that we could go with some of the things that we've come up with.
And they'll say this is good, and then we'll come back, we'll start animating that or designing it or editing it.
Our clients are generally, like to be really hands-on, and we'd like to hear from you kind of all along the board. There's no surprises.
What we like to do with every partner is we actually create a page on the NNow website.
So they can give feedback, and that way when the time we get to the final product, usually there's not a whole lot more revisions to do because we've already been working together the whole time.
The big difference is that real personal creative touch.
We have a creative group that can execute that vision, whether it's animation, video, motion graphics, and do so with some unique creative that is custom tailored to that business.
you know, dream it up. It's video. It's magic. It can happen.
Welcome back to ActorsE Chat Show. I'm your host, Kristina Nikols. Today, sitting with actor Semi Anthony, and it looks like we have a lot of questions from our chatters. So let's get started.
Yes, first question is about your accent. We wanted to know, where did you learn to speak English, and how is it that you're understood so well with that kind of an accent?
I'm from Uganda, which is a British protectorate. You know, we pretty much speak English from back home. We call it primary 1 to 7 to, you know, higher education. It's all in English. The only difference is between the semi of right now and the semi of back then is my accent has changed a little bit. I grew up speaking English. When I came to America in 2006, you know, doing my research on how to do this as a profession, I wanted to be heard with clarity, you know. So with that being said, when I moved to Los Angeles, you know, I did all the work. I did some research on some acting coaches, you know, accent coaches, and I got me one. He started working with me. He actually helped me with the shows I've been on, talking about, I would say, A Midsummer Night's Dream. By then, my accent was still deep, but it's been taking me time. It's not something I did overnight. I've been trying to reduce it for all these years. But again, yes, I'm working with the accent coach. That's why you guys can be able to hear me clearly today. But before today, it was really hard. You couldn't even hear a word I'm saying.
So definitely took a lot of effort, work, and perseverance, and practice
I don't
consistently.
Stop. I don't stop.
Every day.
I'm still working
now,
on it.
Is your goal to eliminate your accent completely?
No, not really. I don't want to eliminate it. I want to keep that because it's more authentic. It keeps me original. It keeps me different from everyone else. The only thing I want to do is try to, be able to switch it on and off, you know, because my accent, it keeps me
it's part of who
different
you are.
from, you know, everyone else. It's not even American. It's not British. It's not African. It's not American. It's like my own. It's weird. It's in between. I don't even know what it is.
It looks like we have another question.
So in Uganda, what would it sound like there? What was what if you were going to do a part that show a really heavy Ugandan accent, what would that English sound like?
Let me see.
Put
Do
him on the
you want me
spot.
to say something? You want me to say
Yes.
something?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Batugu Mukolo, and I live in Kampala, Uganda.
And that's what it would sound like.
Yes.
Very interesting. There's another question, is that, have you ever done any theater?
Yes, I have. Actually, when I came into America, to Los Angeles, I started training at TVI, and by doing that, I learned about Actors Access, LA Casting, and that's me from that show, Shadows from Boot Hill. We did that, I think in 2008 at the Golden Age Theater in Hollywood. But yes, I started out in theater. My first live show was A Midsummer Night's Dream, where I got a chance to play EGS, the Shadows from the Boot Hill. I had a chance to play EGS, and after that, I also booked another live show, Shadows from Boot Hill, where I played Bilbo. I was like a witch doctor from Africa, somewhere in Africa. I don't know if it was from Uganda or, you know. But yes, I did some theater work.
Oh, another question.
Tell us about Abby Grace.
Well, Abby Grace is another feature film I just completed. We shot it in Missouri. Yeah, that's little Abby Grace. She is crazy. Yeah, we shot the film in Missouri. I think it was, I would say, what's the city? Benton, Missouri. Yeah, we shot that for 3 couple screenshots from the movie.
What kind of character are you playing?
I'm playing a spiritualist, you know, who is there to bless the house and cleanse it off of all negative energy. But the end is epic. That is a rough cut of the from Abby Grace.
Now, when does this movie come out?
The movie has distribution set up already.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be out in March 2015, and I'm thinking it's gonna go select theaters. We're gonna hit all the major markets in America. You know, so like it's not gonna be everywhere. There's some shots from the film. Ooh. That is Abby Grace's mother. That's me and Abby Grace on the set of Abby Grace. Yes, it's coming out March 2015 in select theaters.
What else do you have going on?
I have a film that is in development right now. It's actually a comedy. It's you watch Coming to America. Coming to America and Encino Man. It's it's a comedy between, you know, Coming to America and Encino Man. It's in development right now. It should be out March, I would say May 2015. Yeah, and I also have another short film called Love is a Four-Letter Word.
Love is a 4-letter word.
Yes, it's also another comedy. It's like a dramedy. Yeah, we're gonna start shooting that, I think, the first week of January 2015.
And Death Factory?
That's Death Factory, yes. It's another film. It's actually out yet. It's on video on demand. If it's on Amazon, it's on Comcast, it's on DirecTV, but everything is still on demand. It's gonna be out everywhere. That's Second Nature Films. Oh, we have a trailer. Looks like we have a trailer for the film.
But we won't be able to hear it.
Oh, it's like, yeah, we're not going to be able to hear it, so tell us about The Butchers.
Why do we have a different picture? Why a different name?
We have The Butchers originally was titled Death Factory. After release, it first released in London. We have the same distributor who released it in London, and he called it The Factory out there. And then when he went to Germany, he also called it The Factory. He came to America. We sat down with all the executive producers on the film, and he convinced us. He told us that The Butchers is going to be more marketable in the United States. So that's how we came up with the name, and we officially renamed the film from Death Factory to The Butchers. But everywhere else worldwide, the film is gonna stay Death Factory.
Oh wow!
Except for London, Germany, and America. In America, it's The Butchers. In London, it's the Factory, and in Germany, it's The Factory. But everywhere else, it's still gonna be Death Factory.
Interesting.
That's me playing JB, the
Tell us
killer.
about your character.
JB. John
What kind of character is JB?
This guy is like the total opposite of me. You know, he's a killer. He's ruthless. He has no empathy, no conscience for anyone. He just kills people. You know, I play a serial killer who has acquired the Book of the Dead and want to resurrect 6 of the most notorious evil killers of all time, just for a one-night fight to see who is the best of the best.
Wow, that is an opposite character from the one
Yeah,
you played in the other horror movie.
Yeah,
One you're a spiritualist, and this one you're the killer.
I play a lot of different characters, you know, Modern Family is all comedy.
All comedy.
And I am a spiritualist in Abby Grace. Now I play killer in The Butchers. It's a whole different story, man. You have to be able to do a lot of things.
Now, is there a specific kind of character you're dying to play?
You know, I think I would be good playing comedy.
You like comedy?
Because I'm a funny guy. I'm very personable, so that would be easy for me to pull off. Other than playing a killer where I have to spend 2 weeks working on the character, try to get into it, you know. Yeah, I did. I took my time. I mean, it was quite challenging because I had to work on my accent. I have to break it down. I have to get the emotional state of mind of this JB guy in the butchers. I had to work on that. I had to work on my fight choreography. You know, there was a lot of work. We were shooting at the Blue Cloud Ranch in Santa Clarita. First, when we started out, that's me at the premiere of The Butchers in the theater in North Hollywood. That was Lemore Theater. And that guy, ooh, looks like we have the owner of the Blue Ranch movie movie location. His name is Rene Velzet. Yeah, he's the owner of the ranch. He's good people. You know.
You're watching ActorsE Chat Show. We'll be back in just a minute after a word from one of our sponsors.
Have you been waiting for a simple and cost-effective alternative to ISDN? No need to wait any longer. Introducing ipdtl from InQuality. ipdtl is a revolutionary yet easy-to-use web page which uses Chrome to stream audio to and from anywhere on Earth. Well, audio quality with ipdtl is equivalent to, yet far less expensive than ISDN, and with no connection charges. No proprietary hardware or software needed. Just download the Chrome browser and use it. To find out more and to get a free account for your station, go to ipdtl.com. ipdtl is perfect for radio stations and voice talent alike, and can work anywhere in the world. Well, anywhere with the internet, that is. It's here. Go to ipdtl.com and sign up today. ipdtl, the game changer you've been waiting for.
ipdtl is an amazing new technology. In fact, go right now to ipdtl.com/AE. And there you'll find out how you can get rid of your ISDN, how you can do live television broadcast in full HD, and it's very cost effective. We've been using it for pioneering new technology with our broadcast out of Istanbul on ActorsE Chat. Go there right now.
Welcome back to ActorsE Chat Show. I'm your host, Kristina Nikols, with Semi Anthony for our last segment of the day. So chatters, if you have any additional questions, please shoot them on over so we can get them in. So briefly reiterate, what are your films coming up that we can look forward to?
I have Abby Grace coming out in March 2015. I have The Butchers, which is already out. It's going to be released everywhere, like on Hulu, on Netflix. That'll be Feb 2015. I also have 2 films in development. One is a comedy. It's called it's called Welcome to America. It's between Coming to America and The Encino Man. It's very comic. And then I have a short film called Love is a 4-letter word, which is in development, and we're going to be in production the first week of January 2015. So for more information regarding all those 3-4 projects, check them out on my website. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything, even on my webpage, semianthony.com.
And it looks like we do have a question.
Yes, who is your acting inspiration?
That would be Will Smith. Will Smith is the... Oh!
There's Will.
The
Tell
man,
us why he
yes.
inspires you.
You know, I watched pretty much all of Will Smith's films, but the one that I like the most is Pursuit of Happiness, where he was, you know, with his little kid Jaden Smith. At some point in the film, he was standing on the fence. I don't know if you watched the film.
I did.
And he told his son, Jaden, that whatever it is, people exactly right there.
Oh, our editors
Right
are
there.
so good.
Good stuff. Whatever it is people tell you in life, son, don't let nobody tell you you can't do something. You can do it. Whatever it is, stay focused. You know, focused. If you have a passion for it, just go out and do it. Don't say, I can't do this, I can't do that. If you wait at home, trust me, it's not going to come to you. You have to go out there and do the work, you know?
So let's take a look at some of your websites where our audience can follow you and keep in touch with all your activities.
Yes, that's my IMDb page.
Internet movie database.
Internet movie database.
Do you know who took that headshot?
Let me see. I think that was Nancy Jo Cray. Is it Christ? Nancy Jo, yes. She
And
did.
this is your
That's
website.
my website. Yes, it's still under construction, but I have a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, that's actually, you see on the top where I'm standing by myself,
Mhm.
right there. It's I got that from one of our Will Smith's websites. I kind of wanted mine to look like his, but with me in it.
Well, they say a lot
His
of
looks
marketing
like it.
people say find who you admire,
Yeah.
what you're aspiring to,
That's
and
the
what
main-
are they doing, and what you can incorporate for
That's
yourself.
right. And that's my Facebook page. Right there down below, it's me on the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have here?
And your Twitter.
That's my Twitter. It's brand new, as you can see. I just got it about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Welcome to the Twitter
I already
sphere.
have 24 followers, which is okay with me.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yes. And we have Kristina Nikols, right?
Yes.
My host.
And my IMDb.
Looks like you have a lot of
And my
stuff too.
Facebook. And my Twitter, which is
you have
basically pretty new too.
272 followers, and I have only 20-something followers.
Well, you just started it.
Oh my
Mine is
goodness.
kind of new too. Actually, maybe it's been like a year.
I don't get
but
it.
don't
I
use
should
it all
have
the
like
time.
thousands of, followers. I only have 20.
Everything in due time.
Yeah.
Okay, any more questions from the chatters?
No, let's take a look at this and show the audience a little bit about where they can find our ActorsE Chat Show.
Great.
Hi, I'm Sonia Harley, one of your ActorsE Chat hosts. Thank you for joining us on ActorsE Chat. We are now 6 million viewers strong from all over the world, and we really appreciate you. ActorsE Chat shoots live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific time from the Pepper J Production Studio right in Hollywood, California. Want to see all of today's episode or any other ActorsE Chat episode? Please visit ActorsEntertainment.com and put the talent's name in the search box. For instance, like if you're looking for Sonia Harley, for me, put in Sonia Harley, and we'll take you right where you need to go. And go ahead and visit the Actors Entertainment on imdb.com. That's the Internet Movie Database to see the more than 1,300 entertainment industry professionals that have been guests on ActorsE Chat. And social media is so important, so please follow us on Twitter. Our handle is at Actors Entertain, and join us on Facebook at Actors Entertainment fan page. And don't forget to like us, because those likes, they really do help out. Stay tuned for our Actors Reporter animation, which won Best Animation at the Telly Awards. Great job, and Now Media, and Pepper J Productions, and terrific singing by Melissa Suzanne. And now, a special thank you to today's ActorsE Chat guest.
Welcome back to the show. We're here in our last segment with Semi Anthony, and I understand that you are not only acting anymore, you are also expanding into producing.
Yes.
So you were executive producer on Death Factory.
Yes.
How did you end up doing that?
What happened is in 2010, I met with the writer of the film, Stephen Durham. And him and I, we did assemble a team of creative-minded people. And out of that came the genesis of The Butchers, aka Death Factory. I like to produce movies because I do not want to sit at home. Yes, that's Stephen Durham.
So you guys are partnering up now,
Yes,
right?
yes, we are. Actually, the company that brought you Death Factory, we are partners in it. We own it. Me, him, and another producer named David Dillinger. Yes, we own Second Nature Films. We have a lot of movies in the pipeline we're working on. But yes, him and I, we did put together a team of creative-minded people, and we working pretty much closely with each one another. And we have another film called NWO, New World Order, which is going to be a very big budget, and we're thinking about bringing in people like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah, we're talking about bringing in people like Leonardo DiCaprio. But, you know, we'll get there. It's not today. We're working on it. I pretty much know how to get in contact with all these people. I just want to get, you know, the right time. You know, there is always the right time for everything. So, yes, that's the man right there. I want to have him in one of my films, if I don't die.
Well,
You know,
it
for the
sounds
grace of God.
like so far you've been achieving your dreams, and you've
Yes.
been, you know, step by step
Right.
meeting all your goals. So maybe that's gonna be next in your future.
It is really good. Actually, my dream is to work with people like Michael Bay, people like Steven Spielberg, you know, Mark Wahlberg, you know, Tom Cruise. These are people that I look up to. I want to work with them someday, and I don't care what it is or how I'm going to do it. I will do it.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Well, we look forward to seeing where your journey takes you.
Yes.
It was so wonderful to meet you today and have you on the show.
Thank you for having me,
Thank you so
Kristina.
much. And
you
thank
for
you
having
so
me.
much to all of our viewers for tuning in this morning. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, people.
Bye-bye.
What's that? ActorsE Chat Show? Happens to be my favorite. In the morning, I want nothing but a cup of coffee, a bottle of Kahlua, 6 naked girls. Wait, no, that's not right. ActorsE Chat Show.
Thanks for joining us on ActorsE Chat. Remember to visit ActorsE.com and enjoy all your past ActorsE Chat episodes with celebrity favorites. Look in the search box to find who you're looking for. ActorsE has had over 1,300 entertainment celebrity guests and over 6 million viewers worldwide. Join us every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Thank you for watching ActorsE Chat live from Hollywood. ActorsE Chat is a co-production of Pepper J Productions and Live Video Inc., a Kurt Kelly company. All rights expressly reserved in all formats. Thanks for watching.
Oh my gosh, hey, big Hollywood starlet that just happens to be walking by. Yes. I'm not from around here, but I want to be an actress just like you. What do I need to know? Kid, let me tell you. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a naive newbie like you, there's one thing you need to know. To get my first job, I lived in a slum, beat out 50 other girls to play a drunk bum.
I cried.
My first agent charged me 30%.
Thanks.
Working 3 jobs and I couldn't pay rent, but I'm an actor.
She's an actor.
A shark gnawed my leg on a beef film in Sydney. To pay for the stitches, I sold my left kidney. I finally made a union, their rules were complex. Their piles of paperwork fogged up my specs. But I'm an actor.
She's an actor.
I'm an actor. Well, that's rather disturbing, but what's the one thing I need to know? Don't listen to the critics. Don't follow all the tabs. Forget that sleazy photog and the agent that's got crabs. Go to Actors Reporter. ActorsReporter.com. Learn the tricks and the secrets without all the sweat. An info-packed one-stop shop. It's free and on the net. Actors Reporter. ActorsReporter.com.
How can they help her?
Career cues, union news, makeup woes, advice from pros, insurance tips, choosing scripts, everything at your fingertips. Actors Reporter. ActorsReporter.com.
I just
got a callback.
I'll do it.
Oh, hello. I'm Mary Jo Gruber. Thanks for joining us on ActorsE Live Chat Show. I'm just one of your ActorsE hosts, but as you can see, I'm also the ActorsE Live video editor, which means that I'm here, even when you don't see me. ActorsE is here to chat with you Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Hollywood time, as I like to call it. Our guests include actors, directors, producers, writers, singers, comics, and others that are all in the entertainment industry. You can see previous shows at www.actorsentertainment.com, and be sure to check out our guest index to find your favorite celebrities. See you next time. I'm working.